Welcome to another episode of my Motortown playthrough. Today we are up in the mountains, pretty central on Lijo Island. Here we can find the lumber yard. You may have seen this in one or two of my racing event videos, but this is the first time that we actually have some business over here because today we want to get the planks for our garage that we are building. And for that, we need to supply the sawmill with a few logs, and that's what we are going to do right here. And yeah, it's basically a whole another supply chain in the game. Theoretically, you could also take the planks to other places, but we'll get to those in a moment. I hope that we can knock out the remaining resources missing at the garage today. So we'll start with this one here and then maybe do the rest of the concrete and hopefully also the remaining sand. But that all remains to be seen. Gotta start somewhere, and this is definitely gonna be where we are going here. The terrain is a bit demanding, so gotta be careful. You've seen how much I've been jumping around already. I don't know if it would be worth it getting an off-road capable semi-truck or something that's specifically tuned to have higher ground clearance and all of that, but yeah, right now I'm just using my FL1. So this is where we can get the logs. Let's just get them. We could get them to Lijo Harbor as well, but I just want to go to the lumber mill, and this is one of those goods where I actually only get one, because one unit of logs is just the entire load over here. Also, we are using the last remaining semi-truck trailer that's not made by the modeler specifically for the game. So this is the last semi trailer from an asset pack. I kinda hope that they knock this one out with the next update. Just get a replacement that hopefully can have a bit higher capacity. And also maybe get rid of the last remaining few, oh god, other regular trailers. Just so that we can buy every single one of those and own them for ourselves. I think that would be really nice. And yeah, right now you may have already noticed that I'm not really taking the intended route. From what I know, the intended route would usually very often take me over here and then have me just go through the town and drive over here. The more direct way is to go down south and then take a shortcut through here and then go to the sawmill right here. So that's what I'll be doing. It's a bit iffy. Jake Blake engaged. So let's see how we can make it down there. Definitely multiple ways. Upside down is one of them, and that's not my preferred way. Despite me taking that route so often. Okay, gotta be careful here. We have a few sharp turns. Oh god. This is very iffy. The side of the path is already part of the slope, so better stay away from that. And we almost made it onto the road. Almost getting brake checked by the car in front of me, and now that I set up for overtaking, of course it's just gonna accelerate away. I mean, it's not carrying tons upon tons of wood behind it. So I guess it would be a bit better on acceleration. When it comes to a replacement trailer, I was actually hoping for not just getting a specific trailer to do the job here, but instead of that, having an upgrade option for the existing trailer. So maybe the flatbed or even just some of the container trailers could just have an attachment that allows you to load on the logs. I think that would be really nice. Also, it would be cool if we could eventually load them on with a crane once we get that vehicle. So the whole mobile train. I think that would be nice if it could serve as another job, so every time you load logs onto a trailer you can get a bit of money for that. And that would be instead of just having to auto-load it, in which case I guess in universe it would be somebody else doing the job for you. Could also be quite nice in multiplayer. Just if somebody really wants to do the crane job, they just stay there and use the crane all the time for anybody coming by if they want to do something. Of course, gotta keep the communication up so that not somebody just ends up sitting around there and nobody comes by to pick up some logs. Where the trees finally spawned in. I was already wondering if this was even the right direction. I also hope that at some point they will finally find a way to implement popper lots or use nanite to get the distance scaling up right. Especially with these trees, it just doesn't work with them just popping in like that. But we are, well, almost at the sawmill actually. Not too much further to go. So when it comes to the stuff over there, I already did the delivery just so that we can get the new stuff loaded without having to wait for the production. I was also not too sure if we would actually get enough to just do everything in one run. I don't want to do multiple supply runs here today, so I thought it was the better way of handling this. Also slightly overheating. Just gonna turn up the volume on my end a bit, just so I hear the engines a bit better. So basically what I did after the last episode, it's still the same day of recording for me. I just did a bit of prep work with the event car, and then also went around and got a bit of money to buy all the parts that I needed for the car, and also then did one delivery for the sawmill over there so I can just check things out and make sure that everything is working correctly. And also just to see how many deliveries I would need to make in order to get enough stuff out of there. So I know that right now we are in need of 2 sets of planks at the garage, 5 units of concrete and another 15 units of sand. Thankfully we managed to do this delivery at least rather quickly. So let me do the unloading here and then we are going to swap out the trailer. I don't actually need to reverse the trailer onto the parking lot. It's alright if I only have the semi-truck sitting on there. And I think that's what I'm gonna go for now, since this didn't really pan out too well. Almost got it. I don't want to make this a 5-minute parking job, so let's just get rid of the trailer. And let's go get the flanker wall trailer. And we should be ready to go. So let's see what's on offer here. So we got 6 planks in total. And I need 2 for my construction site, so we are going to load that up first. And there would be another set that we could bring to downtown. So the main part of the entire supply chain here would be taking the stuff to the furniture factory, also in downtown. But I'm not gonna go there today, so yeah, I was hoping for another delivery to a more close by construction site, but I'll just take the stuff that we need for our own project here. It's a bit weird that we get even paid for deliveries to our own place, so yeah. Really, we should be paying for all the material. I would also be alright with this being a freebie, just because we already have established business connections to the different places, or would be getting them soon enough, so yeah, I could see that working out. But getting paid is just, it's a bit weird. Same as my driving maneuver there, but I don't care, I have stuff to deliver. Also, it's pretty close by, so that's another plus. Also, I just got, yeah, I really didn't pay attention with that turn. The whole braking there kinda freaked me out a little. I just got another comment from Diego Kevin asking me to maybe make an entire video about the whole event races, and I think I'm gonna try that for the next one. Also to really show the setup and everything instead of just going on Go. So that's what I intend to do from now on, at least for the next race, since that seems to be something where I may be able to afford a bit of attention on the entire talking part. Just the whole driving, trying to keep the car under control, being fast, and then also talking about everything that's happening is a bit much, but I'm gonna see if I can do that with the upcoming event. And yeah, that's my car that I just oh god. Okay, that's where I can go to the flanker trailer, despawn it, and also despawn the semi-truck, because now we need a mixie and we are going to get it at the concrete factory. So yeah, where was I? This is the car that I'm going to be using. The one that we bought in the last episode. I fully set it up right now. It's a bit of a handful still. It has a 320 horsepower V8 in it and also a turbocharger, bringing it up to almost 400 horsepower. It's quite something. And to talk a bit more about the event, yeah, it's obviously meant as a stock car challenge or NASCAR. So we are using a vehicle that kind of looks the part, and the official announcement hasn't happened yet. I think they are still sorting out a few options regarding tracks and all that. For the most part, these events are very often free races, or maybe one very long one. And yeah, for these, I think the last time it was a 30-minute race through one of the instant races. I don't know if it would be the regular one or the oval. This time around it might actually be another road course race event. So again with multiple races, and then we are going to see where they actually go. I hope it's not off-road, because these things don't handle well off-road, but that would also be really off for this kind of thing. So I'm gonna have to see how I'll do the entire recording session. I mean, I can describe a few more things once we get to the event itself, but I don't expect to be talking through the entire thing, so maybe it will be a bit more quiet, and I'll give you guys a few of my thoughts as the race goes on, and also maybe a bit of a recap after. But yeah, this is what we have for the event. I'm excited, I'm looking forward to it. It's hopefully gonna be a bit less of a mess than the last few. So let's take the Mixie and get ourselves a bit more concrete. So we need to go to our building construction site and deliver 5 units, and I also want to go over here, load another 10 units, and then deliver that to the construction site where we actually get our sand from. Just to chain everything together in a decent way. And make a bit more money in the progress. I mean, with how we are looking money-wise right now, I could actually yeah, maybe even afford a dump truck at some point. I don't know if it's gonna be my highest priority. I could see myself putting that off until a slightly later point still. After all, if I get it, I also need to upgrade it, and also would like to get the Mixie in conjunction with it. Theoretically, you can do stuff with only the dump truck on its own, but I think what you really want to do is bring sand to the concrete factory, bring the concrete back to a construction site, and then start using the fine sand delivery. I'm just gonna assume that it's gonna make you a lot more money, but I'm really not too sure about it because I've never done it yet. But we'll get there. Oh god, oh god, oh god. This feels very iffy. Let's try not to completely flip the car on its side. Alright. Now if I don't mess up the next breaking point, I should be alright. Should work out. Who knows? Another thing that I'm kinda considering on doing now, but would really need a lot more money for. I would like to get a decent amount of items from the tuning shop for every single tuning option. It's gonna be quite expensive, but in the end, I think it would help me out quite a lot with event preparations. Just so that if I buy a new car, I want to set it up, I could do so without having to pay for anything. So I would need like 4 items for the different suspension, wheel spacer, and other things like that set up. One of each engines, one of each turbochargers, and so on and so forth. And that would allow me to just really get everything dialed in, get the entire setup done, try out everything I want to, and only then buy the items that I'm going to keep in the end, in order to just refill everything that I got there. I think that's really a long shot for things that we could be doing. still, when it comes to all of the events right now, I like participating, but they happen once a week, and if I have to make the money to even buy the car and the upgrades, yeah, it's something that I feel that I'm right now kind of chasing after in order to make work, and it would be nice to be a bit ahead of the game. In the end, they have a few vehicles that they are using and then just cycling through them again. I mean, there may be a few additions here and there, a few changes, but the things that I've done a few weeks ago with my little 150 horsepower plus turbocharger inline 4 compact car, that's a class that they are using constantly. So having one or two of those at hand, that's something that will become useful again in a few weeks most likely. So that means that I wouldn't have to buy another one of those and get that all set up. It would just be in my garage as it is already, and then I'll take it out and go for a spin with it. What I'm meaning to say is further events in the future should be a bit easier to prepare for, because basically I can just reuse what I already have. It was kind of a case with my semi-truck, even though the setup was just absolutely abysmal. But in the end it's gonna work out. So if another Formula SCM event comes around, I'll just maybe do a bit of refinement on my current vehicle. I don't need to buy another one. I don't need to do the entire setup again and the entire paint job. I mean, I like painting them. I usually also like what comes out of my attempts, but it takes a bit of time. So I'm gonna always have to see if it works out for me and yeah, how to get everything done in a timely manner. And that's kind of a good thing right now, even though the next event hasn't officially been announced yet. It was already said that it's gonna be using that vehicle, so yeah, that allows me to prepare a bit early. I still maybe need to do a bit more setup on the individual coasters that we are going to use. Maybe do a bit more with suspension. But in the end, right now as it is, I can at least rely upon having a suitable vehicle that's at least drivable. Also, once we get to the construction site where I'll have to quickly refresh all the buses, they're doing quite some work, and I should also finally get around to getting the last one. Okay, let's see, they are all pretty much out of condition. Or just completely in bad shape. Saying they are out of condition kinda sounds weird. It's something that I picked up from one of the card games that I've been playing recently. There is a digital, yeah, I don't know, deck collection, randomization card game on Steam right now. Death Roads Tournament. It's really amazingly fun, and it uses condition as your health currency. So if you're on low condition, well, if you get too many more hits, then you are likely gonna be dead and out of a tournament, have to restart. I always wanted to make a few videos about it, but I never really got around to it. It's a cool game, but also the UI is a bit hard to follow, especially if you are making a video about it. I tried some recordings and it really was hard to tell what was going on there. Also, while I like the game and I know I keep just talking about other games in these videos, but I think giving shoutouts to other cool games is also kind of nice. I like that game. It kinda got its development time shortcut because people weren't buying it, so that's a bit sad. But that's really an oversimplification of the entire process and what happened there. So I think it's time to just move on and do the rest of the delivery here. Instead of just, I don't know, talking weird stuff about other games that are completely unrelated to this one. Railroads Online at least, well, it's gonna change how many videos I'm making on this one, so I guess that deserved an explanation, all of that, but yeah, when it comes to Motortown, I don't know how much more there is to talk about at this point. I'm waiting for the next update. I'm going to assume that it should be happening soon enough. I also still want to make an episode where I take my pickup truck and just go around parts of a southern island that already seem like they are preparing for the next big update and adding more roads and maybe additional towns and all of that. But I just haven't gotten around to that. Maybe we'll do that next. It's gonna be a slightly different format then, or really not having too much to do with regular playthrough stuff. Because in the end we are just gonna go around and have a look at things. It's not gonna be anything like us making money, showing off new stuff that yeah, serves as an activity here. It's just a bit of an exploration trip. Which is also sort of an activity here, I guess. I mean, I love going around open world games, just checking out different stuff and seeing how it's all working out. And with this being... Oh god. Oh god. I have to reset the vehicle here. With this being like a work in progress game and even the world still evolving, I think it's nice to shine a light on some things that are already hinted at, but maybe not completely implemented. But first up, we have to get our garage going. And I think maybe I'll return to this plot at some point and plop down a building and then we'll do the entire furniture thing. Not really furniture making and delivery, but actually going to the furniture store and seeing what's available over there and yeah, just getting our own house set up. Oh god. Also curious about whether or not we can even just plop down the house or if it's gonna need a few deliveries as well. Okay, let's see. And that should be it. Yeah. Bit abrupt, but yeah, the garage is standing. All the construction stuff is gone. Thankfully, it was getting a bit old. I completely forgot what this plot looks like if the entire construction thing isn't here. And as a last bit, let's... I think I put everything into the Tanko because it has just amazing capacity. Okay, let's see. Is this the house that I want? It looks a bit small. Maybe not. Let's take a look at the second one. They really need to put a label on these at least. Okay, that's not the one either. That's gonna be a bit of an issue. I didn't plan to look through all of them. Ah, that's more like it. Or no, that's the other sandstone house. I mean, it would fit in here. It goes even higher than the roof of the thing itself, so I guess it's gonna be the last one. Wait, is that another sandstone house? Um, this is annoying. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to go with this one. I mean, it... Oh wait, I can rotate like this. Okay, let's see. It doesn't have any windows on this side, so it would make sense to put it like this, even though when the entrance is on the wrong end. I mean, I think there might be another door here, so that would work out. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna go with it like this. Maybe... can I get this in parallel? Maybe just leave a bit of space between the two. Just like that. And I'm stuck in the floor. I guess I can always come back here and just teleport. But yeah, this is our new home. 2 entrances. This one here would also allow us to demolish the entire thing. Nothing really too fancy here, but I should have maybe gone with one of the sandstone houses. But I mean, this is more fitting for the area, I think. And the other ones, maybe I built them somewhere else. I don't know, the style of the other ones looks kind of nice, but it's also maybe a bit out there, a bit weird for what we have here. Could maybe take the smaller one as a bit of like a little shed or something. That's definitely not that one. It's really annoying that all of these look the same, and if I happen to just click on a space where we already have a building in there, it's just gonna swap them. Cannot even fit that here. Oh, now it works. I guess it cannot be too close to the garage. But yeah, this doesn't really fit in here, so let's forget about that. But yeah, this is our new HQ, I guess. We're gonna have to go around and get a few nice things for this one. Just to really prep this out. I have no idea what I want to do with this, by the way. I just thought it would be a nice thing to build it, to show you guys all the stuff that you can do here with yeah, how the plot transforms, how you have to deliver all the supplies and all of that. But I have no idea what I want to put in here, so please give me a few ideas. We're gonna have to see about this in a while. But yeah, that's gonna be it from my end for this video. Thanks for watching and see you guys next time. Bye bye.